Perfect. Tell me, Michael, what good news do you have to bring me?
Um, it was an interesting week, Asha. I'll tell you why. Partially um, because of more disruption than flow.
Okay.
And what happened was on Wednesday, I was traveling out to, or I was due to travel to London to an event on Thursday. And the plane, I was there early. I was, moving along nicely, and I was there in the airport early, and then the plane at the last minute was announced delayed, and it was
Mm.
delayed 2.5 hours. And I went back. I decided I'd have food when I'd get to the other side. So when that happened, I says, okay, I'll go back and I'll go back into the terminal, I'll get food, only to find that because of the lateness of the day, all the food huts were closing down.
Mm.
So anyway, long story short, when I got back to the plane to take off, they announced it cancelled. So I spent that whole evening and that whole night in the airport trying to rearrange and get a hotel and things like that. So I ended up getting to a hotel at 12 o'clock in the night, only to be getting up again shortly after 5 to get an early flight. I booked another flight to get out the next morning. So I spent the next day was a 23-hour day for me. By the time I got out there, got back home, drove home 90 minutes after getting off the plane. And when I was reviewing it back, I realized I was quite calm and collected about it. Even though there was such chaos going on, I didn't let it in on me. So I suppose that's the win I'm taking from this. And on top of that, Asha, I got something like 4.5, 5 hours sleep the night before, and then did a long day, and then came home and got into bed, and I was up around 8 or 9 in the morning after getting in at something like 20 to 3. And for that day, I expected I'd be going back to bed because I'd be really tired. But I found I wasn't as tired as I thought. I was actually pretty good. So I'm putting that down to my energy, and I'm putting it down to a declutter of the mind, where I'm not letting stuff come in on me. Uh, in terms of the event itself, I was also thinking, and maybe this is something we can discuss. Um, I sometimes play with this idea. If something like that happens, is it is it the universe telling me there's no need to go to that event? You can bypass that. Or is it telling you need to push? You need to push harder. You just need to push here. And both thoughts came into my mind. And in the mind of I says, no, I'm going to push at this and see what happens. If it turns out that I can't get to the event after effort, well then I pull back. And obviously I got to the event. Um, and I had a really good day. I was in the room with a big group of people, business people, and I felt there was no anxiety. I put it that way, rather than describing the actual feeling. I felt that I was able to mingle, and I wasn't dropping into the future about what will I say to this person or how will I deal with this or anything like that, which is a big development for me. Because normally I'd be wondering, should I enter now? Should I wait? Who do I talk to? How do I introduce myself? That has all dropped away. Um, so yeah, that's that's kind of where I'm at the moment. Um, I'm working on a couple of opportunities. They're they're not opportunities yet, but I'm hoping to make them into opportunities. I had a really good conversation with a lady yesterday. she's a French woman living in San Francisco, or recently moved to San Francisco, and we're talking about. We were introduced by a mutual third party, and we're talking about what we're trying to achieve in our respective careers. She's building a business herself in the communication side of things, and I'm building it in obviously in the coaching side of things. But remarkably, our type of client, our ideal client, is similar, and so that was interesting from that point of view. She opened up, she inspired me in different ways as to stuff I can do, and I think I inspired her as well. So yeah, so I'm working on them partially today. I'm doing the VAT return today, but other than that, I was working on that beforehand. So that I think that's where I'm at the moment.
It's very good. I really feel you way more confident and way more grounded in what you can achieve than the last time. I really feel that, like there's no hesitation. You've done the things and like you accept where you are, and that feels very good. That's very, very good. Regarding to if, is it a way to be tested by universe? We don't know. Like there is two kind of energies. We can have the feminine energy, which is like going with the flow. Okay, there's a wall. We're not gonna push through it. We're gonna go around it. And there's a masculine energy. Masculine energy is creating the flow. It's pushing through it. So it's up to you to see what you feel like the energy you want to be more in. And you're a man, so I do believe that being into that more leadership energy would be more right for you. And sometimes the universe is testing us like, do you really want this? And
Mm.
just putting resistance. What I know is that if there is fear, that's the way through it. Doing what you are afraid of is the way to remove the fear. So that's what
Mm.
I would say. That's the indicator. But then, sometimes we have resistance in front of us and we are asking ourselves, should I stop or should I not stop? It depends what kind of resistance. If you're in a conversation with someone and they're resisting to you, it's better to go with their flow and say, okay, I see that you're resisting there. I'm gonna wait for you to lower your defenses. And when you lower your defenses, I will go and see what's inside. But then, if
Mm.
sometimes we need to go through, we need to have boundaries. If someone is trying to take advantage of you, you have to resist and you have to show that no, this is not going to happen. But so far, I feel like everything seems pretty good. And what about this man that you had conversation with?
Yeah, last week is it?
Yeah.
I sent him an email and he responded. And the email, what I what I was looking for is, I believe this guy, he's probably not my client, genuinely, but he
Mm.
can open doors for me.
Yeah. Perfect.
And that's the email that I sent him. And I invited him to a short conversation where I'd explain what I'm looking for. I explained it on the email. This is what I'm looking for, and I brought his life partner into it as well because he had mentioned when we were talking about his life partner having a particular career path herself, and
Mhm.
she has a network. And he, when he responded, he was very warm and very open to the idea. Now, when I was away, I didn't get to respond to him, so it's on my to-do list today. Um, I want to invite him to a short conversation, and if his partner is open to it, perhaps that she might come on the conversation as well.
Mhm.
So I'm opening that up more and more. To your point on, I feel I'm taking action easier than I have been in the past. Um, and there's two sides to that. The first is I'm not just taking action for the sake of it. I'm looking to take action towards something that's more and more meaningful for what I want, for the outcome I want.
Mhm.
So, in other words, to give you an example of that, there was an event on in London on the 15th. I was at an event on the 14th, and I was exploring an event that was on the 15th, a different event, completely different. And I decided not to attend it because my research was showing up that my caliber of people isn't necessarily going to be there. And if they are, they're going to be scattered out through it. And I knew I was going to be having this conversation with that lady yesterday. So I opted to wait for that, see what that showed up. And there will be other opportunities for the likes of that event again. So rather than putting cost and putting energy into something just so I can tick a box and say I've done that, I'm I'm getting far more targeted as to where I put my energies. And coincidentally, something occurred. Yeah, from the conversation I had with the woman yesterday, the other thing that came out of it for me was um, it gave me even more confidence as to what I'm trying to do. It can be very lonely what I'm trying to do at times. And it's not that I was looking for confidence, but without saying it, she showed me that if anything, I need to lean in even more to it. So that's the invitation that I took from it for me to do is to lean in even more. So we see how that actually shows up in action for over the next week, 2 weeks.
It's good. So what I'm hearing here is that there is a part of you who decided to stop doing the old kind of actions and just focus on a new kind of action that leverage way more your time. Because you could do the old style of things that brought you clients, but you accept within yourself that even if that's safe, if it's comfortable that you've been doing that, that's wasting your energy. And if you want to create something new, you need to direct that energy into that the new thing that you want to create. That's very good. It means that the shift has happened within yourself. And now it's just about refining the path and refining the actions.
Yeah, yeah, and one of the things I've been dealing with over the last 2 to 3 weeks is the guilt I feel about not having signed a client in X amount of time.
Mhm.
And what I know instinctively is that I can either go here or I can go here, but I can't service both because it takes a different mindset to service this client than it does this client. And but there was a residue guilt within me, which seems to be, I hope, is dissipating now. That I'm getting more and more pointed about this is my client, even though I haven't signed one, but I know they're there and I know they're my client. And I've reached out to a number of people on that front. I reached out to somebody on Friday, one of my first clients, and one of the people that showed me that this client is here for me, somebody that's doing amazing work in the world. And I reached out to him and he said, look, give him a week. He's coming back to me after a week. He wants to have a proper conversation in terms of how we can support each other. Um, and I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, there had been a residual guilt there, and I had to work on that. I trust that that's dissipating. It is dissipating. I feel much better. It'll probably come back at times in moments of weakness, but I know now that it's impermanent when it does come back. So yeah, I'm feeling good, Sasha.
I can really see and in hearing in the tone of your voice that there is a certainty that really the one thing that you want to do is really find the clients that you know you deserve it. It's just a matter
Mm.
of being in the right place at the right time. So I see that, yeah, it seems clear in the way you speak and the way you behave compared to the first calls we had that, it's just like, yeah, the big chunk of the work emotionally and in terms of mindset have been done. No, it's really about just getting used to doing the actions and repeating it until you find out. And that's what I was explaining to someone. Is like when you've done one push-up and you know you can do it, all you have to do
Mm.
is to repeat the push-ups until you get to the point of strength you want. And that's where you are. You've done the reach out, you know that this is what you have to do, and now you just have to repeat it until you reach the point of finding the clients and signing it.
Yeah, discipline is a big thing that I've been working on recently as well. I think since I think it was our last conversation, we spoke about discipline, or if it wasn't that, it was the conversation before. And I've been actively working on my discipline as well. So that's going to be a key thing as well.
How does it look like right now?
My discipline,
Yeah.
uh, it's pretty good. I'm quite resolute, is the way I put it, about what I'm doing.
Mm.
Um, uh, I've also brought in uh, mind focus games, Sudoku, and things like that I can do on my downtime. Um, and I've given myself permission that when I'm not working on the business, remember we had a conversation, it was probably two conversations ago, where you said, and I know you to be right, cut out everything that's not necessary. And
Yes.
that's what we're talking about the last few minutes. It's about, it's becoming more pointed, but cutting out everything that's unnecessary. So one of the things that I've been doing is, if I don't need to be sitting at the desk, getting out and doing something else. So doing household chores, going out into nature, bringing the dog for a walk, whatever it is, just getting out. I've been spending time with my dad. He's not too well at the moment. I'm spending more and more time with him. Uh, and again, not getting into the guilt patch about it, knowing that it's only going to take moments to create what I want to create, and to be ready and healthy and right energy when them moments come is more important.
Yes.
So that's as much discipline as the other. I'm still, the discipline that when I start a chore or any sort of a task, that I finish it, or at least put in place a plan that'll be finished over a certain length of time, because that would have been alien to me for a good while.
So
Uh,
here I can sense that there's a fear of doing something different. No, I can feel that there's still guilt and there's a fear attached to that guilt that I feel like we were wondering if if that guilt was fully dissolved. And I can say, because I see the way you're speaking here, that you're hesitating about letting go of the work when you don't have to work, and you still have a part of you that is like, I need to do more. You don't have to do more. You have to do better quality. In order to increase the value, we reduce the quality, the quantity, sir. Like something that's exceptionally good is usually just enough.
if yes, what's coming to me and what has been playing in my mind a little on this subject is, especially since I talked to the lady yesterday, I picked her up on one point on her on the conversation. She moved out to she moved out to San Francisco recently, quite recently, in the last week or 10 days, and she's attending an event next month in San Francisco. And the event isn't for something like 3 weeks time. So towards the end of our conversation, I said to her, "Did you move out? Did you go to San Francisco just for this event?" And she said, "Yes." And I says, "You put a big lead in to it." And she says, "Yeah, I want to get to know the people. I want to immerse myself in the people beforehand. I want to get to know as much about." And I says, "Oh my God, I love that." So if there's anything I'm sitting with right now, and there's a fear behind it, it's, what does that look like for me? I have limited myself right now to probably Ireland and London, the UK. But if an opportunity came up in, let's say, America, for instance, and I needed to get there, am I willing to put the money in? Am I willing to put the time, the energy in, uh, uh, into getting over there, and not have something guaranteed lined up, an outcome lined up that would say I get a client out or something like that? Because if I'm truthful to myself, that's the business I'm in.
Yeah, yeah. It's the difference between us humans and fish. Fish will make hundreds of eggs in order to have like 10 that are alive. And then they will just let them go and be eaten by the rest of the other fishes. We humans, We make one baby at a time. And that baby takes 3 to 5 years before being able to do things on its own. And still, we need 10 more years before that human to be fully developed. Even a cow, 10 minutes after coming out of her mother, she will be able to eat grass, to walk. We humans, we really know what it is quality over quantity. So this is the thing, refining what you're doing, not doing more, just doing less and just enough in order for every moment to feel so valuable. It's the same thing, when you are with your wife. You can have 20 minutes with your wife and you're just sitting there in front of her and you're listening carefully, you're observing every detail of her. Or you could have 1 hour being on your phone and not listening to her. The 20 minutes have so much more quality. She feels seen, she feels heard, and she's like, oh, he's listening to me. That's the husband I want to have. But if you're on your phone, it's like, uh-huh, yeah, yeah, me too, yeah. Uh-huh. And then she might even stop talking and looking at you and until the moment you realize. So this is quality over quantity. And
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
what gets you a higher level.
yeah, yeah.
So what's preventing you? Because I know you can do it. I know you can do it. You've done it. You've probably have been coached by people like that. You've probably been around these people. What's preventing you from fully reaching that level of like knowing exactly what to do and not worrying about all the rest, but just doing the little actions that gets you there? And that these are little actions. Little action that makes you more confident. The other day, I recorded a video on how I book calls. Because there are people who will send you a message, send you 5 emails. And I just say to people, hey, that's the spot I have for you. Show up tomorrow. And I forget about it. Some people will send you, I've met a guy who records a video who sends to his prospect to convince them that the call is important. And I'm like,
Mm.
wow, that's a lot of effort you're putting into that. You're not believing into the fact that the people will show up. That's confidence. When you come with confidence, it's like, hey, this is a call. If you're not showing up, you're losing it. I don't care if you're not showing up. So, what can you do to bring that confidence within your life?
Um, ask me the question again, please.
How can you declutter yourself and your life in order to just do the action that feels right, that feels satisfying, and then enjoy your life, being able to make coffee, make tea, do the chores in your house without thinking about your work, being like, hey, like when you put the food into the stove and you know that it's going to take 30 minutes to cook. You just put the food into the stove. You can start reading a book. You can do something else. You can talk to your wife. You can talk to your kids, or you can just go on a walk for 30 minutes. You can meet a garden, and you know that for 30 minutes that the food is in the oven, there's nothing to do. Just and 30 minutes later you come back and it's there. See there, and there's no worry. Do you worry when you put the food in the oven, and do you worry about it to cook or not? No.
No, no,
So
no.
how can what's preventing you from being in that state of mind of like, I've done the reach out, I've sent the emails, I've been into the events. All I have to do now is just enjoy my life until someone feels like I'm the one.
I think I'm getting there. I
Hmm.
think I've moved towards that space.
Yeah.
Uh,
Are you 100% locked in that energy?
no, no.
Okay. Let's do some trends.
But there's there's a flip side to your question because 100% locked in for me in the past would have meant something different. Uh, and I think there's a lighter energy about me now.
Yeah,
So
I can clearly see that you're more confident, you're more certain, but there is still a part of guilt there. And the question is like, do you want to keep that or do you want to right now that we sweep away all of that?
I always sweep it away.
I love that. High five to this. Okay, great. Let's sweep that away. Take a deep breath, exhale. Just land into your body. Notice that it is in this moment and this moment only. The only thing you can do, the best thing you can do, is to fully focus on the sound of my voice. Because you already know, and you already experienced that going through a trance experience, to listen to the sound of my voice will take you to places that you've never been to. And you can remain safe and secure. That I will guide you in the best way that is possible for you in order to just let go of anything that's preventing you from fully being locked in, fully being present, feeling being satisfied of the work you do, because you know exactly what it means to be satisfied and remain calm about the work you do. In a moment, not quite yet, you will enter a deeper state of trance. And you will know that you are into a deep state of trance because you've already done deep state of trance. And all you have to do is just allow your subconscious to guide you. And whenever you feel that you are fully immersed into that state of trance that you know so well, you can nod your head. And as you are now fully immersed into a state of trance, you can start noticing that your subconscious has already started the process of letting go, of sweeping away, of removing all the doubts, all the insecurities about the actions, about what will make you the most powerful coach you can be. The coach you know will bring you the results, will bring you the satisfaction, but also the comfort within your life to just do whatever you want without having to worry. You will now start feeling that you are on a crossing path. On one way, there is this old version of you, and on the other way, there is this new, very confident, very powerful, very stable, very secure, very assertive version of you. The version of you that is leading, is showing to your clients what it means to be a powerful coach. And now you have the choice to either keep yourself on the path of anxiety or just move towards the path of confidence, the path of comfort, the path of higher financial success, a path where you will feel that you are in your prime, that everybody talks about you in a very positive way, that you are attracting seamlessly and naturally new clients that are paying you the money you know you deserve now. And you start feeling that this energy is entering within your body. In a moment, not quite yet, but in a moment, you will go 5 times deeper into a self trance. And there you will feel that your old identity is being dissolved. And your subconscious will show you exactly why you were holding on to this new old identity. Why you were holding on to this old identity. And your new identity will then have space to emerge, to take space. So now just feel yourself going deeper into your subconscious. There where subconscious is showing you all the events, all the memories of the past that created the belief that you should play it low and created the desire to stay into an anxious state. And that's right. That's very good. Now your subconscious is showing you all these images and you are understanding why you are holding on to your old identity. And you start feeling that these memories, these emotions, these thinking patterns are vanishing from who you are. And you start feeling that it is being swept away, removed, vacuum cleaned from who you are. It is totally being purified from your being. You can start feeling that you are now creating space for a new identity, a more powerful, more comfortable, more confident coach. The way you will coach, the way you will present yourself, the way you will speak will change and will be integrated within yourself. And now you can imagine a bubble within yourself. And that bubble has a special color, a color that you can choose and you can pick. And within that bubble, you will allow your subconscious to bring in all the energy, all the knowledge that you have, all the experience, the thinking patterns, the emotions, the behaviors that you know will get you to become that more powerful coach, that amazing coach that will be celebrated by his clients, will be celebrated by all the people within your network. And I want you to imagine that this ball of energy is growing each and every time you breathe in and breathe out, this ball of energy is growing. And I want you to associate that color to this ball of energy. And if you want, you can even say out loud what color it is. And each every time, go on. Yes. Each every time you will see this color, you will reinforce within yourself your ability to be that coach. Now, I want you to see, visualize, feel that ball of energy growing and growing and growing. And within this energy, you are still charging it with all the information that you know that is who you want to become, who you need to become in order to charge 50 grand per client in such a way that you are being referred, you are being known as the coach who is bringing breakthrough for a price that is so low compared to the quality of the work you are bringing within the life of your clients. And you will be able to recognize the people who want to have a breakthrough with you. You will be able to recognize the people who will be so satisfied that it will be no question that you are worthy of the price that you're charging. And that's right. That's very good. So now that you know exactly what will happen and what won't happen, you will absorb all this energy and make it real within your life. And you can imagine that this bubble of energy is shrinking. And as it's shrinking, it's becoming more potent and more powerful. And the more it's shrinking, the more the value of this bubble is raising. And you start feeling that at one point it will shrink so little that the value will be so high, higher than the price that you're charging each of your clients. And when you feel that this bubble has reached a point of value that there's no question that you are this powerful coach, you will see it being absorbed by your body. You will allow this bubble to merge with you. And when this bubble will merge with you, you will start feeling that you are shining this color. And when you start feeling that this color is shining within you, you start feeling that the emotional process, the thinking patterns, and the behavior that you need to embrace in order to be that coach will happen now. And you start feeling that you are now shining this color. And the more you shine this color, the more you will be attractive to the people who are ready to work with you. Each and every time you will want to attract your new clients, you will just imagine this color. And whenever you will imagine this color, your body, your mind, your emotion will automatically set themselves into this new identity. And you will start speaking, behaving, and thinking in the right way in such a way that automatically and naturally, like your breathing, the people who can react to this energy will react to this energy. This energy will be like a magnet for your clients. They will show you clues in the way they speak, in the way they look at you, in the way they behave next to you. It will be like in a dating situation, you will recognize clues in the way people react to you, that they are ready to be your clients. You will feel that something within your intuition will tell you that these people are the right match for you. You will feel the match. in a certain way. Your intuition will guide you into engaging conversation with these people. And the conversation will flow so easily and so well that you will know you can help them. And you will have the absolute certainty that you can help them. The same certainty that you can hear the sound of my voice. This certainty will guide you towards achieving your next 5 clients. You will meet them, you will speak with them, and they will beg for your work because they need you more than you need them. Actually, it is a play, it is a game for you to help them. This is just so fulfilling for you to work with them that they will enjoy working with you. You will make them feel at ease. They will feel such ease to be with you that it will be natural for them to work with you and to ask for even more, to refer you, to recommend you, because the work you do goes beyond whatever they can imagine. That's right. You know exactly what it means to be providing more value than is requested. And you will provide such amounts of value that people will love and recommend your work. In a moment, not quite yet, you will notice in front of you a bottle of truth serum. This bottle of truth serum will allow you to have full honesty with yourself. It will clear your mind, it will clear your throat, it will clear yourself of all the little lies that you're giving yourself that create anxiety, that create patterns that makes you doubt about yourself. You will be able to know exactly, to say exactly what are the things you have to stop doing and what are the actions you need to do in order to be the new version of yourself. In a few moments, I will count from 1 to 3. And at 3, you will take a sip, whether it be imagining it in your mind or just pretending that you're drinking. You will feel the liquid coming down your throat, and you will feel that the serum, the truth serum, will act upon you. And you will feel that you are now more honest with yourself. There will be a list of clear actions that you need to stop doing. And there will be a list of clear action that you will simply keep doing. So now I will start counting from 1 to 3, and you will drink the truth serum, allowing yourself to reach a state of full honesty. 1, getting ready for the truth. 2, being excited for the change that the truth will bring you. 3, grabbing the bottle and drinking. That's right. Drink it and now allow the truth serum to just apply its effect on your mind. Start feeling how it is clearing you in such a way that now you know exactly what are all the actions that you were doing to remain in a state of anxiety. And now you will know exactly what other actions that you need to sharpen in order to become the coach you want to be. And that's right. Now you can just make a clear decision to erase, remove, eradicate all the actions that no longer serve you. And you will enter your heart and remove all fear, all guilt, any emotions that is preventing you from erasing this list. Stop engaging with these actions. I will give you a few moments to enter your heart and sweep away, clear out, remove, declutter all the guilt, all the fears preventing you from stepping into your new identity. And whenever you feel that you have cleared out your heart from all the guilt, all the fears, you can nod your head. Very good. Now I want you to imagine, feel that the list of the new actions, the actions that will make you the most powerful coach, a coach that brings such amount of value that you're being recommended by others, into your heart. And may these actions guide you. May you feel fulfilled by doing them. And realize that not only you will work less, but you will be able to do whatever you want to do in a way that feels so fulfilling, with calm, with comfort. Your life will feel flowy. It will feel good. It will feel like you're reaching a point of perfection that you ever wanted to achieve. You can start now allowing this sensation of perfection entering your life. A perfection that feels right, that feels calm, that is satisfying. You can start feeling a sense of satisfaction that you always wanted to achieve. And that sensation of satisfaction is part of who you are now. It's being anchored or rooted in all your actions. You can start feeling that each and every day you will be satisfied of what you do, no matter what you do, whether it be for leisure, pleasure, or work, you will feel extreme amount of satisfaction because you know that you have control over all the actions of your life. You know that you are the one in control over your life. And that control will be felt. You will be recognized for having control, but not being controlling, just going with the flow and controlling yourself within the flow of life. And that's right. You know exactly what it means to be in control within the flow of life. And you will be recognized by others for that sense of self control, for that sense of self worth that will emerge from that self control. And that's right. The level of your life will increase. The quality of your life is increasing now. And that's right. In a few moments, you will feel that the process of transformation that you came looking for has reached full completion. And only when you have the absolute certainty that this process of transformation has reached full completion, only at that moment, you can open your eyes and feel satisfied. Feel satisfied of the life that you are leading and the result that will emerge from it. Very good. Now, what the practice is gonna have to do is to imagine yourself shining that color when you're doing a speech, when you're meeting people in a business situation, and really feel that this energy will be magnetic, and that energy only will attract people. The same way as the light is attracting the flies, you will attract your clients by shining this energy. This is what we call being magnetic, being confident. You know, people enter a room with that confident energy, and people are just being attracted to them. And that's what's gonna be your role here. Is just remind yourself that you are in that energy. And then when you are in that energy, people will be drawn to you, like this man who felt your energy being calm. You know, he felt you being calm. He didn't see you being calm, he felt you. People will feel that they can rely on to you, that you are the right match for them.
The uh, the orange color came to me, but I've trouble seeing things in my mind's eye.
Mhm.
I have to think them. I only realized it a couple of years ago, but I've when someone says to imagine, we say a red apple. I don't imagine a red apple. I'll think about it, and
Mhm.
sometimes I'll get color, but the color comes. It's almost like it's intuitive. The orange was in the blackness, if
Okay,
if I can.
good.
So, is it all right to think that way?
Yeah, you can think about the confidence. That's also good. You know, you can remember how it feels. The way it
Mm.
works for you is the best way.
Yeah, yeah, good. Yeah, thank you,
My pleasure. I'm very happy of the work you're doing. Like you, I've been seeing you grow here, and I'm very proud of you. You know, I can see clear evolution.
thank you. Yeah, uh, hope it continues.
It will continue. Did you have a clear idea of the list of things you have to stop?
Um, in the moment, no,
Okay.
but I think uh, uh, I know them intuitively.
Yeah, that's
I
what I
I'll
thought.
know them intuitively. Yeah.
Yeah, you will
Um,
might want to start to do something, and then at one point it would be like it feels strange to do it.
hmm. Yeah. All right. Right. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Because a few years ago, I used to play around with this idea of procrastination. Is it procrastination, or is it just that it doesn't need to be done?
Yeah,
So it's something I would have played on before. Yeah. Yeah.
great.
Thank you, Asha.
My pleasure. Always here to serve you.
Yeah, and thank you for your support. Um, will we keep the Thursday call as normal?
It's up to you. If you want to have a call this Thursday, we can do it. If you
What
don't
do you
want
think?
to have a
Or
call this Thursday, I would say, as we're having a call to Tuesday, I don't think it's really makes sense to have a call this Thursday because there's not much time. Like there's one day, and how much can you face of yourself and achieve in one day? I don't think it's really worth it. I think it's better to just go back to next week.
yeah, that's great. We cut that out. Great.
Good. I have one request. Could you recommend me to a few people for a free session?
Uh, I, I I've already recommended somebody talk to you,
Okay.
but I'm a little hesitant at this point
Okay.
because no, and it's not what we're doing. It's more the result hasn't come for me yet,
Okay. I understand.
and I think that confidence will come through stronger for me. Um, but I've already recommended strongly that somebody contact you and they have your details and the whole lot.
Perfect. Thank you
But
for it.
I we talked about impatience a couple of weeks ago, and I think that impatience is there for me to get across this line,
Yeah.
and then that will drive everything else on. Does that make sense? I don't mean to
It
be
does make sense.
disrespectful.
I mean, you don't want to recommend me without having a certainty that I can deliver what I'm promising.
Yeah, I think you can, but right now it's a little abstract for me.
Okay, I understand.
So I suppose explaining it to somebody else or uh, showing them results, it's very personal right now. Whereas when I cross that threshold, it'll be much more tangible.
I understand.
Thank you.
Thank you for your honesty.
Well, it's what
No,
I
it's
think it's
it's
one
you're
thing
being
I am
honest, and
is
then I
honest.
appreciate. You could have said,
Yeah,
"Yeah, we'll do it," and then trying to avoid the situation. But you've been honest. You've been saying that right now you don't have a tangible result, and you'd rather wait until that. So I'm thanking you for being honest.
yeah. And I'd be absolutely truthful. I'd be you very much in your corner. And when the time comes.
Thank you.
Yeah, yeah.
Perfect.
Thank you, Asha.
My pleasure. Well, then for this session, we can make a wrap, unless you have something else you want to add up.
No, I think I'm good.
Okay,
I've got really good value out of it.
good. Are you still
Will
listening to
will
the
that will that become the mantra now? Will that become the exercise? What we've
this?
done today?
Well, it depends. It's really about you to see where you need more. We're right now we're starting to have a good series of different hypnosis, and it's up to you, to intuitively ask yourself, do I need to have more truth about myself or what I'm doing? But this one is going to be very good to give you clarity on what are the right and the wrong actions. Because the truth serum thing is a very powerful one. Um, but there's one to be more confident. There is, each of them have their strong points.
Yeah, I think the second one we did was the confidence one, wasn't it?
I wouldn't be able to say. I think there was
Yeah,
we did two on making 250K and really increasing the financial thermostat. And I think that we did last time we did the confidence. There was this like a masculine energy at the end as well.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
and this
So
one,
I can go between them, the ones that I feel I need.
yeah,
I can go back and
yeah.
forth.
At
Yeah,
this one,
that's
as
good.
there is more, you can, and especially that the confidence I think is there.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think right now is really I think this one is gonna be good to be listening a little bit until you really feel that you've decluttered because right now what I really feel is getting the decluttering and really getting you into that state of like I'm doing less but I'm doing better.
yeah,
That's really
yeah,
the stage we are in right now.
yeah. Great. Thank you.
Yeah, pleasure.
Have a great week.
I will promise.
All the best. Bye bye.